It's happening.
We're live. And we're live. Fuck it.
Moana, we're live. Moana, you're first.
All right.
Your turn.
All right.
Girl, it's your turn. Make it happen.
Moana, can we get some voguing first? Can we get some pure Moana voguing?
Just imagine I have a lot of horns and I'm doing this.
Everyone looks at you like everyone is all battle worn and weary and looks at you like, what the hell are you doing? Can you pay attention, please?
This is not the time.
I just love what this is. I like it very much.
Oh my God.
All right, so I've been spellcasting with some success, but I'm not sure what to do against this guy, and I'm like,
can we strategize put the dragon in the hole plan for real?
Yeah, can we roleplay that?
Yeah, so we're gonna probably need some way.
Where are you going with the camera, Josh?
I'm trying to make it better.
We're gonna need some way to like hold it so it doesn't move around a lot, and then we can start to do stuff. So if you have spells or if you have any way to kind of clasp it to not move, we can start on that.
You know what I do have is a whole lot of light magic.
Okay.
Like glitter light magic and stuff that makes me very bright and flashy and very
You want to strobe it?
catching? Yeah, so I wonder if I can just sort of use some of that fire and light and just make myself really eye-catching and try to get it to follow me a little bit closer to where Constance... Is that Constance? Where Constance is standing.
Yes.
But here's the thing. We've talked about this out of character. I'm not sure how, so that would be a bit of a shift in strategy in terms of what we have been doing. So, so Georgia, do you want to try to shout that idea?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just be like, all right, I'm pretty far away. So, no one's really near me either. I couldn't like pass it on.
I mean, it's if you were to shout, they'd hear you.
Okay.
I don't know if the Cryohydra speaks languages.
Jesus. Is there any language that you and I speak that nobody else speaks?
Do you speak Goblin?
Yeah,
I speak Goblin.
I probably. What if I just motion to you to like? I'm just like Moana. Like distract it towards you. Like just be flashy. Be Moana. Just like
roll a charisma check.
And I frantically start moving my arms and like voguing and being crazy. And let's see if you somehow get the message.
I mean, I do have 3 pretty major distractions right in front of my face.
Yeah. I this is very good. Okay, I got a 14, and I'm adding 3 to it. So I have a 17 in that. In me frantically moving my arms and saying, "Hey,
good.
Hey."
Yeah, 17.
Make it do this.
I think you're able to communicate. So what exactly were you trying to communicate?
To Moana to have Moana be a distraction, and like kind of freak out and flail out.
Okay, so
in whatever way possible.
I think Moana was able to understand at least that you wanted her to be a distraction. How she chooses to do that is sort of up to her.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I am. I think I get the message, and I'm going to. So of all the things, I think the one I'm going to cast is thaumaturgy on myself. Does that make sense? I wanna make my own body like sort of pulse with light.
That makes sense.
I'm thinking like some deep sea creatures do with their bioluminescence. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy, and do I need to do anything to see if the creature? Do you want me to do a charisma roll or anything?
Yeah, make a charisma check with advantage.
With advantage. Sweet. That's a nat 20, baby.
All right.
Oh, baby.
Plus 5. That's a 25.
You have the attention of all 5 of that Cryohydra's heads.
Sweet. I'm going to just start moving towards that edge, sort of over towards Constance.
Okay. So where are you now? Just over here.
You just kind of like moonwalk.
Oh yeah, with that 20 charisma, I full on moonwalk while voguing.
You're just like right over here.
Yeah, the dangerously close to that edge.
Mm-hmm. You are now dangerously close to that edge.
Dangerously close. Cool.
All right. Next
All right,
up is it's Sam's turn.
Sam. I am Sam. Sam and also Kevin are going to try to get as close to that portal box thing as they can.
Okay. So you are currently engaged with the Cryohydra.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to say the Cryohydra. You don't have to worry about disengaging because the Cryohydra's attention is fully on Moana right now. So, so actually, don't worry about that. So you want to go towards the box?
Yes. Sam's goal is right now to try to destroy that box and see what happens.
Okay. So let's see. So there is, between you and the box, there is this guy. That's one of the Black Frosts. If you go through his space, he will have an attack of opportunity on you. If you go, it'll be tricky to get around him, but you can.
Can I? Is there a way? Can I have Kevin attack him and then try to run past him?
Kevin.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try that then.
Okay, we'll start with Kevin's move then. We'll have Kevin attack, and then you just kind of move through them as it's engaged with Kevin. So roll an attack for Kevin.
Okay. D20, right?
Yeah. Same as you.
I'm looking at Kevin's character sheet here.
And you can all hear me okay? I'm a little further away from the mic.
I can hear you.
That's fine to me.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
apparently it's got a good range as long as it's facing me. Nice.
Is this a let's see. Okay, I got a 7.
So that's gonna miss.
Okay.
But I'd say because it did attack Kevin, Kevin now has gotten its attention, so you can still make that move if you want.
Okay. Yeah, so Kevin's gonna engage, but Sam is going to try to run past the monster.
All right. Are you gonna try to sort of avoid the monster entirely, or are you just gonna try to push past it?
I want to say avoid it entirely if I can.
Okay. Yeah. Could you roll a dexterity saving throw?
Yep. 1 second. Uh, 5.
Okay, so so You're going to take some damage.
Yeah.
Because
Fair enough.
coming into contact with the a black frost confers freezing damage. So you take 3 cold damage. But you're able to move past the black frost. Which way do you want to go?
Just towards that box, the thing that looks like a companion cube.
So you have what's your speed?
I think it's 30, but let me double check. Yeah, 30.
Okay. So remember, you are moving through snow, but you are a ranger. So actually, you're fine. Yeah, you can move through snow, no problem. Never mind. Right, you have. Yes. Okay. Cool. 20, 30. So you're right here.
Okay.
Did you want to do another action, or would you prefer to like dash and get over there? Save your action for the next time.
I would prefer to dash.
Okay. So you have made it to the thing. And what is in front of you is it's like a box that seems to be made of glass. And inside it there is it's a shape sitting on the ground. You can kind of make it out through the glass. It's an octahedron, which is an 8-sided shape. It looks like your D8 dice.
Okay.
It has strange symbols on raised sort of. It's each face of it has sort of a raised surface on it, and each face has a different symbol on it, and it seems to be pulsing with like a soft light. But it is contained in this contraption, which has a funnel in the front of it, and the top of it has what looks like you wouldn't know this because it's not a thing that exists, but it looks like a light bulb or like a diode, and it is glowing with white light. And from the funnel in the front, this portal is being projected.
So is the box octagon thing, is that sitting within the funnel, or?
That is sitting. It's sort of. It seems to be the thing that is magically creating the portal, but the portal is being funneled through this square glass container.
Okay. And am I out of moves this turn? Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can still see all that. You can't make any sense of it. You'd have to do an investigate roll to figure out what exactly is going on there. But that's your next turn, because now it's time for the Black Frost number 1 to make their move, and they're not too happy with Kevin. So the Black Frost is going to attack Kevin. It's going to use its icy glare at Kevin. Kevin needs to make a DC Wisdom saving throw.
A Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh shit! That's a nat 20, bro.
Nice. So this
22.
icy glare has no effect on Kevin. Kevin is a stone cold killer, and
she's got her
Kevin,
shit together.
she doesn't give a shit about this guy. She's seen way scarier things. She is way scarier than this thing. This is just a pile of bones for her to chew on, honestly. That's been put in a freezer, but it's going to still try to attack her, and it's going to make its freezing claw attack. So let's see if it works. And it rolls a 6, and I think that plus 5, so that's a 11. I think that doesn't beat Kevin's AC.
Kevin's AC, is that what you said?
Yeah, what is Kevin's AC?
Kevin's AC is 15.
Yeah, that does not beat it. It tries to swipe at Kevin, and Kevin just dodges deftly out of the way and growls at it. So that's the end of that thing's turn. Next up is Constance, who is also, I'm just going to have Constance move and sort of put herself in. I'm just going to move around Constance and breathe and have them make just DM moves. She's going to put herself in a defensive position between you and everything else. Because you're actually right by Black Frost. And actually, she's going to attack the Black Frost. And she does pretty well. And she shoots her crossbow at the Black Frost, and it lodges right in the thing's face. And the Black Frost takes damage, and that's all I'll say about that. So, next up is Niramore.
All right, let's see. I think Niramore is just going to keep shooting at this monster.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah, nobody's like in her path, right?
Let's see. No, she's got a clear shot at the Cryohydra.
Okay. So Niramore's gonna do her crossbow.
Okay.
Let's see. And she can, I believe she can do 2 on her turn. She can do 2 attacks on her turn. Yeah, she can do 2 attacks.
Cool.
So
there's that boy.
what's that?
Hey, we began the fight, but I just moved Nix and Colin to the end. So we haven't gotten to you yet. Welcome. You're muted. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Hold on.
Yep.
As soon as Niramore does her thing, I have a question.
Okay, sure. Sorry, I didn't realize you had been here. I was over by the map, which is over here.
Ah, gotcha.
Hello. Hello, welcome. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Cool.
We're gonna put the thing in the hole.
Yeah, George has got an idea.
I mean, that's one plan.
We've got a few different contingencies worked out.
I can't say that Sam or Niramore saw that.
Roll to attack.
But...
No, that's what I love about it.
Roll to attack the Cryohydra.
All right, let's see. 15, does that hit?
15. No, it misses.
Okay, but I still get my second roll, right?
Turn, yep.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see.
Movement, if you so wish.
22, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that'll hit. That's a definite hit.
And then my. Let's see. Sorry, I don't have my dice out yet. Oh, come on. I rolled a 1 for damage.
Oh, so you did what's your 1 plus what?
It is
your dexterity.
Oh, plus dexterity?
Yeah.
Dexterity, sorry. Oh shit, okay. 1 plus 7, so 8.
Okay. So that's not a terrible hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that I add that to it. Or does it count as a critical fail? I know it wasn't a D20.
No, that's just damage.
Okay.
You don't get a critical fail on damage. You just get low damage.
Okay.
All right. So next up in the order is.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot the question. Yes. Okay.
No problem. The red D4 that's on the lower corner of the cryohydra, is that still Colin's flaming sphere?
That is still Colin's flaming sphere.
Okay. Could Black Frost 1 please make a dexterity save for me?
Of course. I forgot that he was right next to it. Of course. Dexterity saving throw. It's a pretty good one. 18.
That is going to pass, so it only takes 6 damage.
Okay, that's still a bad hit for that Black Frost. Okay, yeah, and it actually it just sort of lights up its arm, and the arm just falls off. So it's only got one arm now.
Neato.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, next up is Black Frost 2 is going to make an attack against Sam. So that's probably going to miss. That's only a 9. I bet your AC is higher than 9. I'm going to say yes, and we're going to move right along. Next up is Lucian.
I want to run up and slash the Black Frost 1.
Okay. Sure. So you got 15 feet of movement. So yeah, that's close enough to hit it. All right, make an attack.
That's a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Awesome.
Yeah, that might do it.
Hang on. And I'm attacking with my longsword. I'm going to attack one-handed. And that is a 5.
Okay. So that's that's full damage?
I just
Plus your
rolled.
strength?
Hello, D&D. I haven't played you in what feels like so long. Plus 3.
Okay, so you did 8. Okay. Yeah, it is looking rough. You cut off its head. It's still sort of moving, but it looks very confused now, and it's now just sort of flailing. So nice hit.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Breve. Breve is going to reposition himself outside of the terrible wind. And that's going to be Breve's move. Next after Breve is Fanoa.
It's me.
Fanoa,
I am.
Pointy Rock.
I'm gonna just kind of get closer to Sam, Constance, and Moana. I'm gonna try to
Which way do you want to go?
dash over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go like in the diagonal down to where that shadow is that you just have your finger over.
Saving throw.
All right.
Moving past
Yep.
spiky ice.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna go straight from there if this works out. That is a. There it is. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay, yeah, you're able to slip past the ice.
Sure.
Okay, and so that's 10, 20, 25, 30. So you're over here now.
Nice. I run in like out of breath, like guys, I have an idea.
All right, so the Cryohydra is going to book it towards Moana.
Oh, Jesus! Moana, think fast!
And the Cryohydra, now that the Cryohydra, the Moana has all of the Cryohydra's attention, it's going to attempt to shoot ice at her again with all 5 of its heads.
Jesus.
Cool, cool.
Oh, bad news. So it had to roll to recharge. And it had to roll between a 5 and a 6. And it rolled a 5. So it's going to do some attacks. Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
You're so like
That's
you're
a 10?
sad for a DM when you have to attack us.
A 10?
The empathetic DM, yes, that was a 10.
Wait, who's it? What? Oh, you mean I was speaking with drama. Let's see. Hey, what's your total HP? Just wondering.
My total HP right now is 39. Oh, my total or my temporary?
Your current HP.
Yeah, my current is 39.
Okay. Sorry, I have to roll for all of his heads. Do the math. Yeah, so you take 58 damage, and you are now knocked out and frozen.
So am I just sort of frozen on the edge there, or do I
Yeah, you are. So it's a blast of cold. So you're just kind of like. So you know how Arnold in the Magic School Bus took off his helmet in the first episode? You're like that right now.
I'm not familiar with that one, but I'll go with it.
Okay. Well, he was on Pluto, and he took off his space helmet.
He took off his space helmet to prove it to his cousin Janet.
Hey Arnold took off his football-shaped helmet.
No, different Arnold.
I mean, it's Arnold. It's Arnold.
Okay, that would be 100,000% more terrifying if you picked up his head.
All right, so Moana's out.
So Moana's out, yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. This is the first time Moana's been knocked out to my recollection. So when my turn comes back around, I have to make death saves. Is that right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. Or somebody has to heal you.
Yeah.
Either way, you are now sort of freezy breezy. But yeah,
right.
It didn't.
Freezy breezy, beautiful.
The blast didn't knock you over the edge; it just knocked you out.
Okay. Am I still bioluminescing? Is thaumaturgy still working?
Yeah,
Am I just like frozen in ice and just like glittering?
It's just there's a slight glow, like it's fading, but it's still there.
All right. I just think that sounds like it would look cool.
It does. Okay, and next up, next up is Lucian. No, wait, no, I'm reading the wrong part. Next up is Itzamna.
Yep. As soon as Moana got hurt, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna have her jump in and heal. But now I'm thinking she might be too far away. Does that have any?
What healing spells do you have?
Yeah, I'm looking through. So I have Cure Wounds, Mass Healing Word. I have.
Guys, I wish we had a cleric.
Healing Hands. I know. Yeah, I feel like she might be too far.
Mass Healing Word. What's the range on that?
Let me check. quick one. Edition. 60 feet.
Okay.
Can she come running?
Yeah.
Screaming.
So, 2, 3, 4, 6. So if you went right into the cold wind, you could heal Moana.
However, can Nyx throw me towards Moana? I'm tiny.
It's not Nyx's turn.
I get wings in Radiant Souling when I'm Radiant Souling. Can I use those wings to glide over to Moana and descend upon her like an angel?
Yeah. No, you can't do that. What's your flying speed for Radiant Soul? Let me look at the.
Yeah, you might know this.
The old book.
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. Excuse me. So I'm going to say, because it's a one-time use thing, you can run over 30 feet and then basically do Radiant Soul to fly over the portal and land by Moana. I'd allow that.
Jeez.
That's a cool thing.
Badass.
I love how Insomnia pretty much hasn't done anything, and then she sees Moana get hurt, and she's like, "Not on my watch." Just leaps over.
So, Georgia, describe the scene and describe her wings.
All right. So,
remember,
Insomnia,
she's a Coatl.
No idea what that means.
Azamar means, so you know Quetzalcoatl, the big snake with the wings?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the she has basically Quetzalcoatl blood, essentially.
How does one
That's why she
spell
has scales.
Quetzalcoatl? Ah, I found it. Thanks, Google.
Complicated way.
Thanks, Google. You're the best.
It's a rainbow aesthetic, that's all.
Yeah. Cool.
So what do you think?
Just in time for Pride. So, so her wings kind of look like. Oh man, I can picture it really easily, but the only way. Hold on. Oh man, this is gonna sound like such an awful description. So. So really the only way I can go for it is if we're talking about the anime aesthetic from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, okay. Go on.
So like imagine that she's just kind of anime super powered up, and now she's got like wings that are kind of circular with kind of points that are coming out of them from the center, so they don't really look like they would fly, and they don't flap, but they look like wheels. I'm trying to find.
Is she a helicopter?
It's a helicopter.
Is it dogcopter?
Yeah. I can picture exactly what I mean. I'd probably have to draw it, to be perfectly honest.
Well, keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, so we'll put a pin in that and get back to it.
So you descend in a burst.
So basically she comes running and jumps and descends upon Moana. Being like, "Here I am!" And everyone's like, Jesus.
What helix spell do you want to do?
Mass Healing Word.
Okay, so that can affect multiple creatures.
Yeah, dude. I heal the Hydra.
Oh, wait a second.
I'm gonna heal basically the cluster of people around me with anything that I've got. Did Kevin take any damage?
No.
Okay. I was gonna try to reach Kevin too. So Panoa, Sam, Constance, and definitely Moana.
Okay. Roll to heal.
All right. Now, is that just like a regular roll? Do I add anything to that?
So, no, you don't. It should indicate.
It's just like a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It should indicate the dice you roll. That's all you do.
Jeez, I keep looking at Finoa's sheet. All right. So I rolled a 12.
Okay. So, so all of those people in that cluster, so Manoa, Sam, Constance, and Moana, all heal for 12 damage.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I was like, wow, that's not very good.
So, Moana, you can feel you are knocked out, and sort of frozen in place. But you feel, and all you remember is just this sense of like terrible cold encircling your body. But then suddenly, you come back into consciousness, and you feel the warmth of divine radiance, the presence of a truly virtuous and good power around you, melting the ice around you and bringing you back to life.
It's very different from the divine sense I've had before. So does that mean I'm...
So yeah, that's an interesting point. You've never really felt divine healing magic outside of, your own, and it's accompanied by a beautiful song, which I assume she sings.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, you can ruminate on that.
So I am at 12 points?
Yes. And anyone else who had damage to them in that group now can increase by 12. Everybody's full HP. All right, next up is our boy Nix. Tig, you're up.
Sure am.
What you got, strategy boy?
Well. Shit. Probably nothing.
All right, that was a start.
Yeah.
What was the idea you had?
Yeah, what was the idea?
I think I am ill-positioned to make that happen.
Can you position yourself to make that happen better?
That's what I'm looking at. I don't think so, though.
All right.
So that's okay.
So what do you want to do instead?
30. I think perhaps if you could move me so that I'm like to the right of the portal, 10 feet away from the Hydra is my movement. And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the Hydra.
Okay. Sure. I just got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Right. And
That's
what was the bad one?
16.
So it just missed it actually.
Okay.
I remember what your DC was, so I know it was a bad one. Yeah, I got a 15. So you are.
Okay, so two things are going to happen here, and I'm curious to see how you're going to resolve one of them. One of them is that I'm doing damage, so that's great. That's just 8 damage.
Okay.
But the other thing is that it now has to use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Cool. So here's an interesting thing about that. Is 8 damage. It had already taken some damage before this in the last session, and took some more damage now. So you see it like writhing from the sound, and one of its heads seems to be writhing even more, and then the head explodes. And you just have a wriggling sort of neck in the midst of all these. And then 2 more heads come out of the neck. So now we're dealing with 6 heads. Classic Hydra.
Classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, that was a good move.
So as far as I don't think, I mean, it's kind of cornered, I guess. So it's probably not really going to move.
I mean, it could try to move through somebody, but then it would take attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it says, I mean, the creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit.
I mean, it could climb the rocks or whatever. Oh, but there's a fire right there. Yeah, no, it's kind of dicked. You guys got it surrounded. It's not going to be able to move anywhere.
Well, maybe on its turn it will be mad at me. So that would be nice, considering you guys are over there trying to deal with the box.
Yeah.
Well, we are also trying to lure it into the hole.
I don't know where this hole is that we're luring it into. I came in this late.
Okay,
You see the thing behind
black spot right here.
Oh.
It's a big hole.
That's just a big hole.
Yeah.
So, dang. Yeah, if it could move past you, it might have gone towards it. But oh well, whatever.
Well,
I think that's my turn.
Moana still has a move before the Cryohydra's turn. So I'm just saying, you guys can clear the way. Funnel that guy into that hole. I'm just saying. All right, Colin's turn.
Well, I think Colin really wants to get next to that box.
Okay.
Because of magic.
Makes sense.
And coincidentally, that's how he's going to get there, too. So he is going to dimension door to next to that box.
Nice.
I always like to imagine dimension door as like looking like a literal door. I don't know why, but I think that's more fun.
I think that's Colin's flair. I think he just creates an astral door, and just steps into it, and then another appears elsewhere. And so, yeah, he's standing right in front of the box now.
Cool. That, however, is an action, so I assume I can't really learn anything about the box.
Yeah, you have to wait till your next turn.
Yeah, that's me.
Moana, you've just woken up. The radiant light of healing and beautiful song in your ears, and a big old cryohydra right in front of you. What do you want to do?
Well, this is the worst way I've ever woken up. I would like to jump over onto the ledge next to Colin.
Cool, you can do that. That doesn't even take up much of your movement. So you can still do a thing.
I can still do a thing.
Yeah.
Just occurred to me that I have Hellish Rebuke and I should use that. That's okay.
That's fine. Your final moment, you're just like, no, you!
Amazing. All right. Stay with me for a second here, guys. I would like to cast Flaming Sphere in the spot that I was just in.
Nice. Sounds good to me. All right.
So a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears.
Josh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I said it was the end of my turn. Can I still use Colin's bonus action to make the flaming sphere that already exists follow the Cryohydra?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Then we can have 2 on this bugger.
Yay!
I'm sorry that I
Do you have another D4 to use?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just grab one. So this guy's here, and then this guy we can put right here. So now it's flanked by flaming spheres.
And as a bonus action, I would like to ram the sphere into the Cryohydra.
Cool. Okay. Does the Cryohydra have to make a roll of any kind?
It has to make a saving throw against the sphere's damage. So,
It rolled.
So it's 2d6 fire damage on a. So it has to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. What has it got to be?
What does it gotta be? Is it my spell casting?
Yeah, your spellcasting is the spell saves DC.
So it's gotta be a 16.
Okay, it does not. So 2d6. Roll the damage.
2d6. That is a 9.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Oh, and that's fire damage.
And that's fire damage.
So that's going to do more than a 9. That's going to do an 18.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's going to hurt. And you can see it. It screams as its heads recoil from the fire that you just put in the midst of them. Okay, next up is Sam.
Hello. Welcome back.
See, the fun thing is this is cordless, so I can still listen to you even if I can't see you. So, Sam, Sam's gonna try to attack the box thing.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Does the box have an AC?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, scheiße. 26.
Okay, so that's gonna hit. You definitely hit the box. Roll some damage to the box. Are you gonna hit it with both of your swords?
I'm just checking what Sam can do.
Basically the thing you did, but one more time.
I can hit twice.
Yeah.
Do I have to roll AC twice?
Yes.
Roll attack twice. Okay. 19. Does that also hit?
That also
Okay.
hits. Yeah. Okay, so roll damage for both of those attacks.
1d6 plus dex. Where's my d6? Well, fuck me. 5 and 9.
5 and 9.
5
Okay.
and 9. Yep.
So yeah, you bash it with your swords, and you visibly crack the glass. But as you hit it, that diode pulses, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 10.
Okay. So you're going to take 20 lightning damage.
Whoa,
A big
20?
arc of lightning rips out of that diode and just shocks you through your blades.
20?
Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right. I'm glad I got healed a moment ago.
Yeah. But you definitely visibly damaged it.
Okay. And is Kevin a part of my turn?
Yes, Kevin is a part of your turn.
Okay. Kevin is going to attack the monster again.
Okay. Roll Kevin's attack.
Get 1 second. Um, 10?
Done. So that's gonna miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Kevin swipes at it, but it in its flailing manages to avoid Kevin. And next up is the second. No, wait. No, sorry. The first, the one that's flailing Kevin. It's going to try to attack Kevin. It's going to do so with disadvantage. So it misses. It got a 3. And that's its turn.
Dex save. Dex save.
Oh, yeah, right. It's going to make a dexterity saving throw. What's it got to be?
I think also a 16.
16? Yeah.
What is it saving against? What's the...
It's next to Firebar.
It doesn't, and it just lights up and then falls down a pile of ash. But, dead.
That's what you get for attacking Kevin.
That's what you get for attacking Kevin.
Kevin paws at it as if Kevin thinks that she did that somehow. Like Kevin thinks that she was the one who made that thing fall into it.
Kevin is proud.
And she sniffs at it. And next up, so let's take that guy off the buster. Next up is Constance. Constance is going to also try to attack that box. Actually, no. Constance is in front of the box. She's going to attack the other. And she rolls a natural 20. So Constance just gets right up under that. She manages to put her crossbow right under the chin of that Black Frost and just shoots off its head. And its body just slumps over into the back of that portal, which then just tears it apart. And the Black Frosts are now out of the game. No more Black Frosts. Good job, guys. Killing it. Literally, you're killing the Black Frosts. They were already dead, so honestly, you're putting them to rest. It's Miramor's turn.
Miramor is just gonna keep shooting at the Cryohydra.
Okay. Is she gonna get into a better position, or at least out of the cold?
Out of the what, sir?
The cold.
Yes, I'm looking at the map right now. Where can I go where I won't be affected? All right, I go there.
Okay. And that would also make you in range of the... You could actually see the Cryohydra again. Okay, do you want to attack the Cryohydra?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I want to continue to do my crossbow because I can do that even when I'm not in even when I'm in close distance.
Okay.
So, all right, first roll is, oh, fuck me. I'm rolling so bad today. 5.
So that's going to miss.
Yep. All right, that's better. 20?
20 is going to hit.
Okay.
And roll your damage.
Yep. 4.
Okay. So you shoot at one of its heads, and it actually, this head's pretty beat up. So you actually lob the head right off and plant it into the far wall, like in Princess Mononoke. Yeah.
Nice.
And then it wriggles its neck for a bit, and 2 more heads burst out.
Oh, fuck.
7
All right.
Guys, we can't cut their heads off.
All right. Next turn, I will aim for like its chest area, I suppose.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Next up is Lucian.
So I would like to run over to the west and position myself a lot closer to the Cryohydra.
Okay. 10. So this is as far as you can get. This one.
That's as far. I thought I could get one more.
5, 10, 20. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I did the math wrong. So you are right next to the cryohydra. You can still attack now.
I am right next to the cryohydra. I want to take my longsword and slash right at its chest, avoiding necks and heads.
Okay. It's hard to avoid 7 necks and heads, but you can try. Roll.
What would you like me to roll? Is it a? Do you want me to roll dex?
I'm going to just roll a d20, roll a normal attack, and I will determine whether or not you hit the head based on how high.
Okay, so I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you don't hit any of the heads.
Great, I was trying not to.
So
mission accomplished.
You swing your sword at the cryohydra, and one of its heads catches your sword. Roll a strength contest. So roll athletics, actually.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 17.
Okay, pretty good. Let me just look at the cryohydra strength. +5. Oh, it's a tie.
Oh shit, what do we do? We roll again?
Yeah, just roll again.
12.
12? Total?
Yeah, I did a shitty roll. Yeah, shitty roll.
Okay. It got a 14, so it takes your sword. It just
At least it's not my precious greatsword. At least it's just my long sword.
It's boring a long sword.
which is still very important to me.
But yeah, so your longsword is now taken by the cryohydra, who just kind of throws it to the side. I will indicate that.
Man, when Lucian does well, he does so well, and when he fails so hard.
Lucian's sword.
And I hate to say it, but I am within 5 feet of the flaming sphere.
Yes, you are.
And ending my turn. So.
Yeah. So
takes me. What do I need to do? A dex?
That's it, yeah.
It's a 13.
That is not gonna do it.
All right. How much damage do I take?
6.
Good.
all right.
All right. At least its ego is battered.
Okay. So Breve is going to sort of again position himself defensively next to everybody. He's going to go over here by Fanoa. And next up is Fanoa.
Okay, so whoa, I just lost everybody. Oh no,
Where'd we go?
I came back. Where'd we go? Google Chrome just like pooted out for a sec. All right, so now that I'm in a cluster of everybody, are we trying to actively do something with the portal? Did I miss that?
Sam is trying to break it.
Okay, Sam is trying to break it. That's probably a good idea. Which I think we might be able to come back to. If we focus on the monster first. I mean, Sam, you can still do it, but I'm probably not gonna attempt to assist. So now that I'm in the middle of everybody, I try to like relay further information about the plan to get, or my idea to kind of push him down a hole. So I turn to Breve and Constance and Moana. I'm like, okay, is there any way that we can distract or entangle or any of that to kind of get that thing? Because I think if we keep attacking it, it's just going to grow more heads. And I don't want to see any more heads, you guys.
I don't think you can talk that much in 6 seconds, but
I'm talking extremely fast.
Okay.
I believe it. It checks out.
I'm talking like Robin Williams levels of fast.
All right, I'll allow
but I'm also making no sense at all. Just like that, this the other thing. Oh my god.
Okay, so that's a free action. What do you want to do with your action?
I am going to try to. How big is the how much is every square? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how big the.
So every square is 5 feet.
Every square is 5 feet. Let me just look up something really quick. Just looking up a range for a spell. Oh, cool, perfect. So I'm gonna try to cast Entangle on the beast. Try to hold it for a second. Range 90 feet, and I can entangle up to 20 feet.
Okay. What do I gotta roll?
Have to roll a 15.
Wisdom. What is it? Dexterity. Strength. It's strength, right? Yeah. Okay, that fails. Oh no, it's strength is crazy. No, it breaks through that like it's nothing. Sorry. I got that as strength.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, alright. Yeah, no, you're good. Cool. Sorry, I was confused for like a hot minute. Alright, so it just fails. And I'm like, oh, perfect.
Okay.
I make an exasperated motion, and I'm just like, can you believe this? And that's my move.
All right. Next up is the Cryohydra, who, not entangled at all, is going to use this opportunity to run in the only direction it can get away from Nyx, which is directly into this hole.
Oh boy.
I would consider that not clear danger, because it can survive that fall. It's only about 30 feet.
Yep, but now it's in a hole.
But now it's in a hole 30 feet down. And so it's like a little bit of damage for that. And you see it sort of tumble down the hole, and a couple of its heads just sort of explode.
Just explode?
And, it gets 4 more heads. So it's at a total of 9 heads.
9 whole head.
But now it's in a hole.
There we go.
And
it's in a hole, guys. We did it.
It's Somna's turn.
Somna is really excited that the thing is in the hole. She is going to well, I didn't expect it to be in the hole this quickly.
It didn't have a post-hole plan.
I am working on it. Working so fast on this post-hole plan. Do I have any items? No, I think I'm gonna hold her turn for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
She's still like coming down from the radiant soul that I don't think she's ever used before. So she's just like, whoa.
Okay, so you could just hold her turn for the time being. Nyx, it's your turn.
Okay. This didn't turn out how I expected. So I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
It's 30 feet down and then 2-way bottom.
Yes.
And the Hydra ran down there.
Yeah.
It just jumped in.
Hydras, they don't have wings, right?
Nope.
But they can climb, I bet.
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
Yeah.
But you got it in a nice hole right now.
Yeah. It's just that I have a really stupid idea, but I like it a lot.
Okay, what's your stupid idea?
Piss in the hole.
Piss in the hole. Right.
Piss in the hole. Woohoo!
No,
Piss in the
it's
hole.
sort of dumber than that.
Please.
Spit in the hole.
Here's the thing, you guys, is that I really, really want those style points.
Oh yes, dude.
Okay, what do you got?
So here's what Nyx is going to do. Nyx is going to draw his sword.
Uh-huh.
He is going to shout at the rest of the group. You deal with the portal. He is going to cast darkness on his sword.
Love that. Okay, cool.
And he is going to leap into the hole on top of the Hydra.
Okay. So now you have so now you're surrounded by magical darkness on your sword.
Yeah. Fun fact for you about spell darkness.
Yeah.
Now this thing is like, you know, stuck in a ball of darkness with me that is 15 feet out from me.
Yeah.
And Nyx can see through magical darkness.
Shit. Well, this guy's at a bit of a disadvantage. So you are now sort of amongst its heads.
Yeah. Would you like me to like make a dex check or something for the thing down there?
Make an acrobatics check to sort of land on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's a pretty big target, so it's not going to be crazy.
Well, that's all right. I only rolled a 6, so.
Okay.
But I'm in darkness, so nobody can see me fuck up and fall on it.
Yeah. So I think you fell. I think you land on it, but you kind of tumble off of it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Now you're next to it, and you're gonna. It is a 30-foot jump.
Oh yeah.
So, but you did land on like a soft body, so I'm gonna reduce the damage.
Okay.
So you're only gonna take 10.
That's totally.
You're only gonna take 10 damage from that fall.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Cool. So that was your turn. It was a good one. Colin's turn.
Okay. Colin wants to try and figure out this box very badly.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So I know that some of us just started trying to like smash this thing. Can I have any kind of sense if that's like a good idea?
Roll an investigate check.
Can it be an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Well, that's almost as bad as that roll could have been. That's a 13.
Okay, you get the sense that this is definitely a magically trapped box.
Yeah.
So every time you hit it, it's gonna electrocute you. You understand also that there's the device inside is what's causing the portal, which you can kind of gather very easily. And this is sort of a protective covering and also a means by which to project the magic of the device.
Sure. Okay.
And sustain it.
Right. So
it's not a familiar technology, but
that makes sense.
You get the basics of how it works.
Man, what do I even want to do with that?
Well, that was your action.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So next is Moana.
Well, that felt like a waste.
Hey, I mean, I screamed some babbled stuff. I screamed some garbled stuff and then failed a spell, so don't worry too much about that.
Yeah, did you see what Lucian just did? That was way more productive. Which, by the way, so I see that Lucian is down there with the Hydra.
Oh, I moved Lucian instead of Nyx. Sorry. That was my bad.
You just talked Lucian. You just fell also.
I was trying to figure out what's going on there. So I'm so sorry because I excused myself right when this happened. But what is the status of the Cryohydra?
The Cryohydra is currently in the hole with Nyx. There's darkness all around. Nyx can see it. It can't really see Nyx.
Okay, but it's alive and
yeah.
Is it at the bottom of the hole? Are they like currently falling?
It's got 9 heads currently.
God damn it. No. So they're at the bottom of the hole. They are not falling anymore.
No, they are currently at the bottom of the hole, 30 foot down.
They have landed. Okay. Okay, so I was thinking I'd like to move the flaming sphere down into the hole with them, but that is too far. I can only move it 30 feet.
Okay.
So what I might do instead is damn, so I can see in regular darkness, but I don't think I can see in magic darkness, so I hesitate to like send any magic down there without being able to see.
It's a 15-foot sphere of magical darkness centered around Nyx's sword, which means you can see kind of the tail and back end of the Hydra.
Okay, so they're not completely surrounded by the darkness in there.
No, it's mostly around the
heads. And I can see Nyx, I assume, because Nyx is holding the sword.
You can see where it is obscured with shadow. It's all pretty dark, but you have dark vision, so you can see sort of a blotch of shadow, and you assume Nyx is at the center of it.
Okay, and I can definitely see.
You can see part of the Cryohydra.
Tail and the sort of backside of the.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would like to send another flaming sphere down there and have it on just the backside of the creature, as far away from Nyx, or as far away from the center of the 15 feet as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the same one. It's going to be a different one.
Yeah. So the other one disappears, and this one appears. So right at the sort of tail of it.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, and
it rolled a 2, so whatever it's got to beat, it didn't.
Okay. So you take 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So that's 7 and times 2 because you're weak, so that would be a 14 damage.
Okay. So you see 2 of its heads. You see suddenly. Well, it's the tail, I guess. Yeah. Never mind.
I'm not going for the heads, friends.
No, you're not.
I saw Hercules. I know what's up.
I see the heads anyway. Well, the thing about Hydras. Anyway, you light its tail on fire, and you see the tail sort of shrivel up in blackness, and then a head pops out. Now, you basically just cooked its tail, and it looks very well done now.
Delicious.
All right.
Significant damage.
A barbecue smell wafts up from the pit.
Yeah, it smells really good. All right, that's Moana's turn. Next up is Sam.
Yes. I'm thinking about it here.
Remember to have an idea of what you want to do before your turn.
Yes. I'm just not sure. I know I want to keep attacking that box. I just know that I can't physically touch it. Can I try to throw my knife at it, or will that still hurt me?
I mean, if you're not touching it, then I don't
know.
That's
what I'm thinking is just like chucking the knife at it. Because I want to break this thing, but I don't want to kill Sam.
Okay, do a ranged attack with your knife with disadvantage because it's so short range.
Disadvantage, so okay. Oh. 7.
So you just don't get enough strength from your knife, and your knife just sort of glances off the side, doesn't do any damage.
Okay. And if I had Kevin attack it, Kevin would get hurt, correct?
Yeah. And since you weren't using, I mean, you could use your second, if you had your blade in your other hand, you could still use it, because you are a dual wielder.
Yeah, I don't want to physically touch it, you know?
Okay.
Because that seems to be hurting. What's that?
You want that to be your turn then?
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately.
Okay. Next up is Constance. Constance is going to come over here and lob an arrow at the Cryohydra. And it hits. And you hear the Cryohydra screech out. And you actually, Colin, you see another arrow sever through the magical darkness. Sorry, Nyx, you see the another arrow sever one of its heads, and another 2 heads pop out. 10 heads. You also make a note that the heads that pop out are markedly smaller than the previous heads. Just a note you make as you see that happen. Next up is Niramore.
Yes. Is there still an effect if I run through those? If I run through that area that the monster was in?
I mean, it doesn't affect you. You're not a fey creature.
Okay. Then I am going to run as close to the hole as possible. And my speed is 30.
Okay. And you're a ranger as well. So.
Yeah. Can I still make a ranged attack on him?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, nat 20.
Okay. Nice hit. Okay, so roll your damage. And roll an extra damage dice. So basically roll damage twice.
Roll damage twice?
Yeah.
11 total.
Okay. And you added your dexterity? Twice?
I believe, yeah. Oh, okay, hang on. So I have a +3 bonus to my crossbow.
Okay.
Do I add dexterity in addition to the bonus?
So is that a bonus to your attacks?
Yes.
Okay, so no.
Okay, yeah, so then 11 total.
11 total? Okay. And you did double dexterity for that, right? Because you're making 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so it does 11 damage. Where are you aiming?
Towards its, where I would assume its heart would be, like its chest area?
Okay,
As
so like its back,
best as I can guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it takes the damage. And you hear it, but you do not see it scream out. And Nyx, you see several of the heads cough up blood. Lucian's turn.
Sweet, stupid Lucian wants to jump down into the hole.
Okay.
No, Lucian, please. Child.
Is that feasible?
Yeah, you can jump in the hole.
Yeah.
You want to
Okay.
try to make like an athletics or an acrobatics check or anything like that?
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd prefer to do athletics.
Yeah, you can do that.
So that is going to be a 11.
Okay.
Is that right? Yeah, 11.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry, 13. I did the math right.
So you land hard on its back. You kind of land amongst its heads in the darkness. So you're now in darkness, and you can feel just things writhing around you, and you're just sort of hanging on to it. But you don't take damage because you landed well. Nyx, you see Lucian just sort of jump in amongst the heads, the 10 heads. So, and that's Lucian's turn.
I'm so sorry. That's what Lucian needed to do.
Brief's turn. Brief sees that and does the same damn thing. And, Brief doesn't roll as well, though. And Brief kind of lands in the darkness next to and takes some damage. Which I'm not going to roll because I'll tell Nate what he got later. Yeah, so Brief kind of falls down, hits hard. That's that. Next up is Fanoa. Fanoa's up. George.
Georgia?
Sorry. I was my brother just came in and started talking to me for a moment. Okay. Can you I'm so sorry. Can you recap what just happened? It looks like Breve and Lucian
Look at the mess at the bottom of the page. That's what just happened.
You know what? I probably don't need a recap. Fanoa just kind of watched everyone fall in the hole. Nyx first. It's just alright. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shift focus to the portal.
Uh-huh.
They can go take care of that. I'm gonna try to hit that.
Hit that.
I'm gonna hit that with the I'm gonna hit that with the bottom part of my spear.
Okay. So you're just gonna make an attack with your spear?
Yeah, just a spear attack.
Call it a non-lethal attack. Yeah.
Just hit that.
Roll to attack.
Alright. Stop.
I would make that. I would normally have that be a improvised weapons check, but it because you have spear mastery, I'm going to say this is something you can do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So that is a 10.
Okay. That is.
So it's really just a tentative tap.
Okay. No, I think because of the damage done to it previously, that does hit.
Okay.
And roll damage.
3.
Okay. So you managed to crack it a little bit more.
Nice.
And then roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 11.
Okay. So that is the arc of lightning flies out and shocks you. Not as hard because this is the wooden end of a spear. It doesn't conduct as well.
Right.
But you still take 12 damage.
Cool. So everything Itzamna just did to heal me literally
it's
just got neutralized.
Exactly. Yeah.
Itzamna looks at me being shocked and is like, "Oh, that looks fun."
Okay, so the Cryohydra is going to attempt to use its breath again, just at nobody. It rolls a 1 though, so it is unable. It's still charging up its breath. It did 2 big moves in one, so it's not going to be able to do that. So it forfeits its turn. Too bad for the Cryohydra. Itzamna, it's your turn.
Itzamna wants to touch the box.
Okay. How?
She is gonna lean forward and just put her 2 hands on it.
Okay. She puts her 2 hands on it, and nothing happens.
The end. She thought she was gonna get shocked.
She did not.
She did not. Thank goodness. All right.
I like that she just wanted that experience.
Yeah.
All right. Nyx, you're up. You got a Lucian on top of it. You've got Breve just sort of by you.
The bayou?
So
Fanoa, who's from the bayou.
The bayou? Fanoa's head snaps up.
What?
What? Oops, what?
as Nyx like gets to his feet and just sees other people dropping down around him, he's just like, why? But why?
They wanted in on those style points.
And then
100%.
Is there enough space down here that I can keep about a 5-foot space between myself and the cryohydra?
Space between the
Anyway,
Basically, I just want to be just out of its melee range.
Yeah.
And then I would like to start hitting it with some blasts while I'm in this ball of darkness.
What kind of blasts would you like to hit it with?
You know, like special blasts.
Oh yeah, that special blast you have. Okay, yeah.
You know the special blast we got.
So you hit it with your special blast that nobody can see because you're shrouded in darkness.
Holy shit!
About 10 stop points though.
I rolled a 19 and a 23.
Yeah, those will both hit. Real good.
So I rolled damage at the same time, and so that is 30 damage.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna fun. So all of the remaining like big heads just explode. With this your first hit. You do your first
Holy shit.
All of the heads explode. So now there's like 15 heads, and then all those heads explode. So now there are 30 tiny heads.
Very good.
Literally
Deadpool style baby heads.
All around, and just sort of snaking around Lucian, who is just feeling these. Also, Lucian, roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you're in darkness.
But it's
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so Lucian's going to take at least half of that damage.
Aw, come on.
Sorry, Lucian. You shot it at the thing and all the heads.
It's so big, though, and I can see.
That's true.
You shot it at the thing and all the heads.
How much damage do I take?
Okay, you know what? You're only going to take some. I'm going to have you say it's just 10 damage. He's a big, strong fighter. He can take it.
Yeah, actually, I'm a tank. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm way more worried about Lana.
But the thing is, now, Lucian, you feel just like weird, tiny necks writhing around you. And the thing screams.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It screams like it screams 30 simultaneous voices, just like. So, like 30 of those.
So like it. I don't like it.
And next up, it's Colin's turn.
Oh, sorry. The final thing about Nyx's turn is that he can't stop laughing now.
Nice. Okay.
Because it looks so stupid.
I forgot to I forgot to roll some damage for that fire that's on it. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Okay. Can you roll your damage for the fire, the ball of fire? Sphere of,
Moana. We're talking about Lucian's new fetish.
Hey, we are talking about Lucian's new fetish. Hang on. So that's
2d6, right?
2d6. Oops. That'll be 12.
Okay. So you see, I'm just gonna have this be a delayed effect. You see the moment all of these heads sort of blow up and then become lots of tiny heads. Nyx, you see this ball of flame burst out. Lucian's still there too. Damn. It's not Lucian's turn though, so it's fine. And singe a bunch of the heads. What was that total again? Sorry.
12.
How much did it? 12? Okay, so you see like 5 of these heads just sort of turn to ash and just sort of hang off, just these loose necks. And there's also one big loose neck from before. So now we have 25 tiny heads. And it's Colin's turn.
Okay. That was all weird and gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Hydras.
So Colin, since I didn't get any particular insights about this box, is gonna also try and break it.
Okay.
But he's Colin, so probably with magic is the
Probably with magic. That's kind of his MO.
Yeah.
If he can do it with magic, he will do it with magic.
Yeah, so I think what Colin is going to do is just hit it with a 2nd level magic missiles.
Okay.
So that just like hits.
Yeah, roll some damage on that.
So that is going to be 4d4 plus 4. So that's 13 damage to the box.
Cool. So I imagine Colin just like, because he's literally standing over the box. I imagine he just holds his hands up above the box and just like a bunch of magic missiles just go down
like
onto like
rain out of his hands.
Yeah, exactly. And just it shatters the box. You see the octahedron, which was sort of on a corner, just fall over as the box, now shattered, falls apart. And you see, as it falls over, the portal begins to flicker and then shrink and disappear.
Oh.
And then suddenly a lot warmer in this room.
Ew.
And immediately it gets a lot warmer, and you feel steam rising up from the rocks around it. Because remember, this is a cave that would have been connected to a hot spring. And so you can feel heat begin to just like thermal, geothermal heat just rising from the floor in the space around you where it was just covered in ice, and the snow already is starting to melt. And now it is Moana's turn.
Okay, so the action I had been preparing to do was box oriented, so I need to shift gears a little bit. Has there been any effect on the cryohydra that you can see?
Not that you can see.
Right. Fair point, though, about the darkness. I want to take my flaming sphere and bash it into the cryohydra again.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna miss. That's gonna hit it. You know what I mean? It did bad.
I know what you mean.
Roll your damage for that.
So that was a 7, so that'll be 14 damage.
14
for the
damage.
cryohydra.
So Nyx, you see this ball of flame move over into this into the cryohydra, and Lucian, make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 10.
Okay, Lucian's gonna take some damage too.
Okay.
Actually, Lucian's gonna take 7 damage.
Okay.
And you see the fire light onto the skin of this cryohydra, and just these tongues of flame rising up through, like, just rising up all of the necks of the cryohydra as they start to shrivel, like salted worms, and just these head after head just crumbles off in an ashy mass as the body starts to crack, and the icy scales begin to just sort of fall off one by one. And Lucian, you can feel Lucian can feel his feet becoming unsteady as this cryohydra slumps over and falls dead on the ground.
Josh,
Yes.
is this going to take us out of initiative?
Yes, it is. The cryohydra is defeated.
Can I do a thing real fast?
Yes.
He's gonna piss on it.
So since Nyx can see all this happening, he wants to run up to the corpse as it falls over, jam his sword into it somewhere, and destroy the darkness.
Oh my god.
It brings back a head.
Another head pops out. Just bites your head off.
Lucian has no idea what just happened, really. I think he saw the fire, but he can't see it in the magical.
Yeah, so after I jam my sword in, I'm dispelling the darkness.
Okay. The darkness disappears. You see a sword in the mostly charred corpse. You see Lucian sort of standing unsteadily on the back of this charred corpse. You see Nyx with his sword buried deep into the creature, and you see Breve looking onward, just sort of admiring. It's just like, wow, you guys really handled this.
Nyx is going to look up at Lucian and go, well, Lucian, it looks like we've done it.
Great teamwork, mate.
And so
now, if someone could throw a rope down to us.
Yeah, just for the sake of progress and of sort of concluding this dungeon, I'm going to say you all used ropes and got up the damn thing.
Except, can I add a quick note?
Yes.
Fanoa keeps dangling the rope like just a little too short over Nyx. It's like, oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? You can't come get it? Can't get
That's
it?
very good.
And as she's doing that, Nyx is just staring up at it like.
What, you defeated it? You defeated a Cryohydra and you can't get up a rope? What's up with that? What's up with that? Hey, what's up with that?
I mean, I'll just climb it if that's what you want from this interaction.
Before we leave this room, I just want to make sure to note that Lucian goes and picks up his longsword.
Okay.
Items have been retrieved.
And as he does,
No.
the room begins to fill with hot, warm air from the geothermal vents that were hidden under the ice.
Oh, it's like a sauna.
Yeah, it's like you feel really. You guys are all wearing like fur coats, and you feel very hot now. And the ice and snow.
No, it just rips it off.
The ice and snow immediately begin to melt. Yeah, this is like a way more comfortable environment for Fanoa now.
Fanoa is very ready for this.
What was once a frozen chamber becomes damp and flooded, the water up to the ankle. In the floor, you see a strange crack beneath the ice, right in front of where the portal was. It pulses with a sickening energy, widening slowly. In the darkness within, you can see a glimmer of cold and distant stars, and beyond those, something barely perceptible moving in the inky blackness. The heroes have seen this before. A tear in the universe, a portal to a far and alien cosmos, beyond the experience of even the most powerful archmage, beyond the experience of even gods. A cold feeling returns, but it is not as it was before. It is the cold of ancient, damp stones in deep places. It is a feeling of dread, a pressure, the feelings of tons of earth above you, slowly pressing down to crush you into your base elements. It is a timelessness, a gasping for air, an abandonment of hope. From the shadows, from nowhere, from everywhere, a humanoid form takes shape. It is large, tall. It is absence. It is like a space in the world was cut out in the shape of a person, a pulling, festering darkness. Above what would be its head is a red crown, a crown of blood dripping in and out of existence above that humanoid-shaped hole in the world. It moves soundlessly towards the crack in the universe. You hear a voice, or more, the impression of a voice enters your mind. It is strangely human. It's tired. Oh, how could I have missed this? Has this millennia, and yet it has not grown, and I did not feel it. Strange. But I suppose it can't be helped. And me with so little left to give. Death. A sacrifice will have to be made. Suddenly, 9 Knights of the Deep materialize in the cave magically. Their weapons are drawn, and they surround the strange being. They do not hesitate. Swords and halberds glow and sizzle with powerful magic as they slice into the strange shadow being. 3 wizards among them begin weaving spells of binding and pain. Steel clashes and light flashes as they converge on the thing, their checkered cloaks billowing behind them. The scene that follows is not a fight. When a small and defenseless opponent is so overwhelmed by force and skill, there is only one word to describe it. Slaughter. The Knights of the Deep, what little remained of their former shapes, lay dead, a pool of blood and offal at the feet of the dark thing. Suddenly, a sucking sound fills the air, and a change of air pressure causes everyone's ears to pop painfully. The blood is pulled, vacuumed in an instant into the dark silhouette, and all that remains are dry bones and a broken armor. It regards the jewel crabs and the heroes, with eyeless and alien curiosity. I know you. The spider told me of your coming. I called you here. Your blood, it's not yet needed. What you carry is not yet ripe. I will wait for you in the bones of my kingdom. I will wait below. And then the room is empty, and the crack in the world is gone. And now you guys
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't like
I don't like
that.
that. I don't like that one bit.
Hey, this dungeon, 0-star Yelp review. For real.
You feel yourselves, you see another wizard dressed in a white and black checkered robe, looks around the room at the corpses, the skeletons below it, and just goes, we're getting you out of here. I'm so sorry. And it just raises hands, and all of you feel yourselves sort of dissipating into energy momentarily, and then you reappear at the mouth of the cave, where the crowd is looking on in stunned silence.
Jeez. Yeah.
And Gillyfink steps up to the podium. Congratulations. I forgot to mention.
Everyone is kind of stunned, but Itzamna is like clapping her hands like, yay for us!
Sorry, I forgot to give you a chance to do this. Did any of you grab the thing, the octahedron?
Colin wanted to.
Okay, let's say Colin grabbed it. you just stand in front of this sun crowd, and Gilly Fink says, congratulations. You have completed this round. That was unexpected. But you did it. So the judges have their scores. And the judges step up, looking solemn. And they very quickly just raise their scorecards. And for secrets discovered, you get an 8. For combat avoidance, you get a 7. For style, you get a 10. For creativity, you get a 9. For speed, you get an 8. For treasure collected, you get a 10. For damage taken, you get a 5. For traps avoided, you get a 8. For combat success, you get a 10. For heroism, you get a 10. It's a pretty good score.
That's a really good score. How did our...
So you have to wait for the results to find how you placed.
Okay. I'm really interested to hear what the other teams went through this level.
So, I mean, they didn't go through this dungeon.
Right, but was it something equivalently?
Yeah, it was a dungeon that should have been as hard. So yeah, you're quickly ushered away, and you're taken by more of these guards in the black and white checkered, these Knights of the Deep, who look very pale, all of them.
Yeah.
And they bring you to see they bring you over to freaking, the guy.
Yeah, the guy. I know
the guy who owns the place. What is his freaking name?
That one guy.
Talmash.
Talmash.
And Talmash is like, you're good to go. I mean, that was something, wasn't it? I don't know what that was. You got something weird following you folks. You described some of this stuff, but that's the next level. I don't. And he looks up at it, back at the mouth of the dungeon, just sort of with uncertainty, and then a look of resolve comes on his face. He says, "Yeah, so you're good to go. We'll take care of it from here. It's unfortunate, but that's the nature of the beast. Is there are some dangerous things in dungeons, and the Knights of the Deep don't always survive. So you can go home. But we'll see you next week for another episode. Great job."
So did they say? Can we safely assume that they saw everything?
They saw everything that Niramore could see.
Yeah, because
Niramore could see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did Niramore go with us through the alternative, like the parallel universes and dimensions and stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
they saw that too.
Yeah, interesting.
And I'm gonna say you guys sort of reconvene, both of the teams, because you both went through a weird thing at the tower.
At some point, Nix is going to look at Niramore and just go, "Is that sort of thing happen a lot, or anyone? Is that my first time and all?"
But no, it just says yes.
I mean, yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
All right.
That'll happen.
And you get back, and Artemisia is sitting in the common area, and she's looking a little nervous. And she says, "Oh, hey everyone. Eldorian's not here. I guess Aldith had an emergency. She had to run real quick. She said she'll be right back sometime tonight. But just wanted to let you know. We got dinner. Zarlathan's making some dinner for the whole team to celebrate.
Is Bix there? Can I see Bix?
Yeah, and Bix runs up to you and gives you a big hug.
Okay, yeah, like biggest hug.
The biggest hug.
Artemisia, the most important question, first of all, before we go and have dinner. Do you have my glasses?
Yeah.
Give me those. And just he snatches them away and he's just like, yeah.
God.
And just like throws them to the side.
So Artemisia gives you back your glasses. And so you're left in the common area, and Colin is just fixated by this thing that he's holding. And he can feel the magic pulsing off of it. Do you want to have him make an Arcana check?
I would really, really love that, yes. He rolled a 1.
Okay, that's weird for him.
Holy
The fuck?
He can't
Can Moana help?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have him try it again, because we're gonna explain that one is a result of this. No, yeah, he's looking at it and he's baffled. I'm not gonna have him roll again, because he almost forgot he was holding it because of what just happened.
Yeah.
And his attention has just been brought back to it, and he's just like, "What even is this?" But Moana can, if Moana's curious, she can.
Yeah, curious. That is a 24.
Okay, so you've actually read about this, but this is taking a different form from what you read about. This is you've read about a thing that looks similar to the description of the thing is very similar. And you recognize some of the symbols on it. There's a thing in the world, a legendary item, something that apparently existed at one point or was written about, called a cubic gate, and it was a item that could transport you to up to 6 different planes of existence, different worlds. This thing appears to be, you're just extrapolating from that, this is an octahedronic gate. Yeah. And you recognize some of these.
Can I extrapolate that it might be able to go to 8
yes
planes?
In fact. So you know that if you press one side of the octahedron with intent, it will cast a gate spell and open a portal to the plane keyed to that side. And you know that there are several symbols that you recognize. You recognize the symbol for the Feywild. You recognize the symbol for the astral plane. You recognize the symbol for the 9 hells. You recognize the symbol for the plane of ice. You recognize the symbol for the Shadowfell. And you recognize a symbol that you've only read once, but it's the most exciting thing you've ever seen in your whole life. Because the 7th symbol on this, so you recognize, and also one for the material plane. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6.
No. So you see 5 that you recognize, and the 6th one that you recognize is a symbol for a place that you've only read of, called the library. It's a plane of law and of knowledge.
It is the most exciting. It's the most exciting thing I've ever seen.
It's the most exciting thing
Second to Bix's sweet face. It's the most exciting thing I've ever seen.
Also, you recognize that you've seen all of these symbols before, and you remember that they are on the tapestry. So possibly, if you refer to the tapestry again, you might be able to just deduce what the last 3 are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 left.
The last 2 are, yes,
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Math is not the best I'm good at,
That's okay.
or words. Yeah. So yeah, this is
I love that.
so yeah, this is
Awesome.
an octahedronic gate with a bunch of different portals.
I relay all that information to Colin.
Colin, how do you feel about that?
Um,
Also, Moana, now you really want it, I imagine.
I kind of do. So can we take this for a spin, maybe after or perhaps before dinner?
Colin kind of like pulls it towards himself a little bit and is like,
Oh my god, fight.
I think I'd kind of prefer to hang on to this for a little bit at least.
You see, though, there's the library symbol. Do you see that one? Have you seen that before? I can tell you it is the symbol for the library, and I would really like to go there. And I think you and I could go there together.
Well, okay, yeah, no, maybe that maybe, but gates aren't something to just play with.
Ah,
But it's not play. It's learning.
It's all about how you use it, Moana. I mean, gates aren't one way, you know? It's just it's something we would have to be careful about. I would just like to do a little reading before we mess around with it, you know?
I agree. Plenty of reading to do in the library. Mm-hmm.
I will say there's one thing you can discern. That was a pretty good Arcana check. It's got a key to the material plane on it, and it creates a freestanding gate. It doesn't it's not connected to the gate the way it was in that machine. A freestanding gate that lasts about 5 minutes, so like if you could take it with you through the gate is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But gates are
for 5 minutes, or is it? Yeah.
So no, the gate is you could pass through the gate for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If you took it with you, you could return to the material plane through a different gate that you made with the thing. I won't tell you how many charges it has because that's something you have to figure out for yourself.
Okay. Cool. I'm satisfied with that interaction for now.
So you're gonna
walks to the kitchen. Yes.
Okay. So it's still in Colin's hands.
It is still in Colin's hands.
Yeah. So it's a weird situation because Eldorian's usually here to give you a breakdown, and she's not right now.
She's not here to give us the breakdown.
The breakdown. That's right. And Artemisia looks kind of upset and nervous about it.
Yeah, can I talk to her for a minute?
Yeah.
Not to create a stir, Artemisia, but do you know where she went?
I don't. Eldith had an emergency, I guess. She came over. She was really.
It's just I don't want to dredge up old things. Certainly, not with you, of course. It's just that I remember what Eldeth's idea of an emergency could tend to be.
Yeah. I don't know. She was really insistent.
I'm sure.
She said it would just be a couple minutes, but that was honestly a couple hours ago. I mean, I'm surprised you guys didn't try to contact her. I've been trying to. I've got. As she holds up Stone of Far Speech, I've got one of these too. She wasn't.
Well, I don't actually have
Often
one
I've-
of those, I'm afraid. So.
Oh well, I've been trying to contact her. She's not answering.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe one of you guys would try.
Sure, we can call her.
Well, do you mind if I borrow your stone?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess.
And anyone, if anyone.
Even
could
Fanoa's dazed enough to hand her own stone to Nyx.
Okay.
She's still just kind of, whoa, okay, here we go.
How does sort of calling from this work? Does it give an indication of some kind, or do you just sort of speak?
You have to dial 1 first.
Right.
It only makes outgoing calls if you hit 1.
Okay, so I mean, I've got the stone, but
Yeah.
I take the person who does not live in this world doesn't know the answer to my question.
What? What do you mean?
Do you speak the person's name and it buzzes and they can ignore it, or do you just speak into it?
You just speak into it, and they should be able to hear it.
Okay. I'm just going to take
a series of tubes.
And say, Eldorian, I'm sorry to be interrupting whatever is going on, but I would like you to know that your team, the jewel crabs, you may have heard of them, they're pretty popular. They did just almost die and then managed not to, so if you have any interest in that whatsoever.
Sorry. Eldorian's a little tied up right now. Who's speaking?
I make just the longest sigh ever into the stone.
And the voice says, wait a second. Nyx, is that you?
Oh.
And Nyx, you recognize the voice of your older half-brother. And Fanoa, you hear this voice from across the room as well. And it's like getting shot because you also recognize the voice. It's the Midnight Man.
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, I was so excited for this to happen. This day has come finally. Oh, yes, yes, yes. 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 Wombus she was cuddled up right next to me. I got so excited that she is now leaving.